Here we are.
There it is. Oh, that's beautiful batting.
Got another one.
The pressure mounts. Simple catch. Outstanding.
For the curtain raiser of the first test match, Jason Holder produced a 5-star performance, which was matched by Sri Lanka's evergreen Suranga Lakmal. Pathum Nissanka on test debut then took center stage, but the final performance was made by Nkrumah Bonner, all square after one test. And so we come to the bright sunshine of the final act, the second Sandals Test match between the West Indies and Sri Lanka here in lovely Antigua and Barbuda.
This ball. Differing views on the decision by Sri Lanka. Winning the toss, electing to bowl first. The way I see it, Courtney Walsh, is this is the best time to bowl on this pitch. That will feel really good. John Campbell gets this one off the middle of the bat. Wasn't extravagant. Boundary for him.
It was good timing, I think, Darren. Didn't try to overhit it, just waited on it, allow it to swing, and played along with the swing, which is good to see. Pretty close to it, full face of the bat, finding the gap. Sheer good timing that from John Campbell.
Excellent piece of fielding in the gully region. Saves a couple of runs, 7 without loss. So pleasing for a fast bowler and a captain to see players diving. Neatly worked away through the onside. Finally gets off the mark, and it will be a boundary. Very well played by Craig Brathwaite. End of the over, 11 without loss.
Well, this delivery, clipped nicely by Craig Brathwaite, went all the way to the boundary. And it was his first boundary of the series after 184 deliveries. So he'll be breathing a sigh of relief, Craig Brathwaite. Sheer good timing.
Got him! Finally he strikes. Lured the defensive push, and Campbell has to go.
Finally, Lakman smiles. Coming from around the wicket, using the angle. A lot of the balls were coming in. This one just sold its own. Beautifully bowled by Lakmal. Dikwela made no mistake. And Lakmal celebrates. The end of John Campbell is gone for 5. It's 11 for 1.
Nice shot. Dhananjaya De Silva dismissed in very similar fashions. 15 for 1.
There you go again. Very good delivery. Going past outside edge of Nkrumah Bonner. Good seam position. Excellent length and line as well. Beautifully bowled.
He's knocked him over. Lakmal has 2. And the Centurion from the first test goes for naught.
previous two deliveries left the bat. Well, one took the edge and fell short of the second slip. That one came back into Nkrumah Bonner. Hit the inside edge this time and onto the stumps. And Nkrumah Bonner sent 3 runs in the last game. Is gone for 0. 15 for 2.
Another boundary to Brathwaite.
Certainly is a hint of swing, Bish, from Fernando. Just started that delivery a little bit too straight.
Quick over that side of the ground. Another boundary for Craig Brathwaite.
Clipped away nicely.
Not often you'll say it's raining boundaries for Craig Brathwaite, but this is one occasion. All he's done is a simple thing over and over, almost Glenn McGrath-like. Length, length, length. First runs off him.
Very streaky as well.
I was going to say a muscular shot, but it wasn't. It's because he's a muscular player that he just touched it down the ground.
Well, and look at Lakmal. He stood there for a little bit, looking at Kyle Mayers in bewilderment.
Three edges, 3 fours off the bowling of Suranga Lakmal. It speaks to his excellence. Well, 2 edges. One off the middle of the bat. That would have been a master plan. It really would have been. Nissanka moved there before the ball was bowled and spilled it.
Well, what more can Lakmal do? Perfect seam position. Brilliantly bowled. Oh, just a little bit to his left. Couldn't hold on to it.
That's a lovely shot.
Really has been a long spell for Suranga Lakmal into his 10th over now. Has created some problems. Too short on that occasion. Yeah, beaten all ends up here. This one just coming back in with the angle from Suranga Lakmal. Didn't have a clue in Kalmia's.
How is that for a response? Blunted away for 4.
Yeah, powerfully struck from Mears. Full and through the line. Uppishly, but in the gap.
split the fielders nicely. It's got a lot of pace on it as well. That's another boundary for the left-hander.
They're really stylish from Kalmias. Got some width, got some length, and the balance at the crease is what really created that room. Goes for it. Play intentions. This time he makes contact and he hits it in the vacant area.
He got away with it, but I'm not so sure if it's the right way to go. He's living a little bit dangerously.
Powerful shot down the ground. Palmes at his very best.
Such a strong player, Kalmias. Now that was a pleasant stroke.
Just nearly found the fielder in that slip cordon. Sri Lanka wouldn't mind this.
Very, very unlucky for Chimera. Good, sharp delivery. Bounced a bit on Kyle Mayers. And even though he had 3 slips in the gully, it went through that vacant 4-slip position. Certainly was a good delivery. And look at that. No, that certainly was a beautiful stroke. That is Kyle Mayers at his best. Didn't try to hit it too hard. It was a half volley, put it away for 4. 86 for 2.
Very good from Craig Brathwaite. Keeps Chimera out. Sees the West Indies very safely into the lunch interval. Fairly even session, you would say. 86 runs to the West Indies, 2 wickets to Sri Lanka. A run rate of 3.1, quite high as compared to what we've seen in that first test. Palmes on the cusp of another half century in Test match cricket. Craig Brathwaite, on the other hand, will take confidence from his stay at the crease. 26 from 76. The more he bats, the more fluent he will become. Suranga Lakmal, the real star with the ball for Sri Lanka in this session. 2 wickets in quick time, putting the West Indies on the back foot. And the West Indies, they've responded well in this partnership of 71 from 110 deliveries. Lakmal, his opening spell, 6 overs, didn't concede a run, and he had 2 wickets. Didn't really inspire the other bowlers to get into that wickets column, but it was a disciplined effort nonetheless. 5 bowlers used by Sri Lanka.
Mayers wants to walk. And I think Mayers believes that he's gone. The umpires will have a discussion, look for the soft signal. Sure, it'll go upstairs as to whether it bounced or not.
Not a bomb ball, clearly off the bat. Okay, going for the catch now. Keep rolling. Yeah, can you rock and roll that for me? I didn't get that clearly.
Coming to hole, weeks hold, don't get back.
Okay.
Weeks hold.
Okay, yes. Keep rolling. Yes, ball is into the carry into the gloves. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Let me see if you have control over his movement. Yes. Okay, I'm satisfied with that. It's a fair catch. So for the big screen, my decision is out. Repeat, out for the big screen.
Confirmation. Mays falls cheaply again after a break. Well, quickly. 49 to him, 86 for 3. That's Blackwood. And that's Blackwood again.
His default approach is to play freely.
He does brush the outside edge, but the end result is 4. 100 comes up for the West Indies.
This is excellent bowling from Vishwa Fernando. Challenging the defenses of Craig Brathwaite yet again. That one just angling away a straighter line he had to play.
There goes Blackwood again.
Effective so far. Had his challenges in that first test match, Jermaine Blackwood. He surely worked out an approach.
Questions about where it's pitched. Has it pitched outside leg stump? Is it too high? They go for the review.
TV umpire to director. We have a player's review for LBW. Original decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. Can I have front on spin vision, please? Front on spin vision coming up. Now no help there. Can't see that properly there, Simon. Take it back. Take it back before you go to ultra edge. Not seeing anything there. Okay, keep rolling. Waiting for ultra edge to come up. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. The edge as the ball passes the bat. Can you rock and roll that? Rock and roll. Ball is close to the bat. Yes, there's an inside edge onto the pad. I'm satisfied with that. Can we go back to the on-field umpire? Joel, stay with your not out decision. You're on screen now.
Review lost. And that is a lovely punch from Craig Brathwaite, who is just doing Craig Brathwaite things.
Sweetly styled by Craig Brathwaite. Just jumps into this shot.
Edged, dropped, finds the outside edge of Craig Brathwaite. It was a sharp chance and goes a begging once again.
Some good bowling by Fernando. We'll get a chance to have a close-up to see exactly what happened. A sharp chance, but those you have to take at this level.
Edged. Gone. Lakmal again. The irrepressible Saranga Lakmal picks up another. It's the third of this innings, and Blackwood has to go.
Blackwood just hanging the bat at it, and into the glove it went. He had a quick look behind to see if the catch was taken cleanly. Dikwela celebrates, and Blackwood has to go for 18. It's 120 for 4.
Boundary will be very welcomed by Brathwaite.
It's typical of Brathwaite as well, with that dominant bottom hand that just closes the face slightly and sends it down the onside of the field.
Straight down the ground again. Beautiful shot. He seemed to like it himself. Held the pose. Well, the captain's gone the other way. And there's the 50. The 21st Test 50 for Craig Brathwaite. His second against Sri Lanka. Eight Test hundreds to his name. And this is his third Test 50 as captain. He'll take it, Holder. Another boundary. 4 more moves him on to 11.
All Lakmal is doing is the simple thing, just bowling a nice line, playing away from the body. The length has consistently been good. No great movement from the ball, I don't think. Nothing, but just drawing him in on length.
Oh, spanked down the ground. He's go-to shot at the minute. 4 more.
Nice shot from Jason Holder. There's not much spin on show yet. And it's close enough to him. That's the key. It's close enough to him to play that shot. Base of the bat.
Smashed. Short and wide. And given a treatment from Jason Holder.
Certainly was a pleasant stroke. It was 4 all the way. Not with a lot of power, but the timing was superb.
Short and pulled away from Craig Brathwaite. Didn't try to overhit it, was in control of the shot and used the depth of the crease quite well. Graceful from Jason Holder, brings up the 50 partnership. One of the most difficult shots in cricket, that on drive against the perceived turn. Very well controlled.
Great shot by Jason Holder. Got to the pitch. And just a quick turn of the wrist.
Edged first ball and taken in the slip. Excellent start for Dhananjaya De Silva and gets the important breakthrough. The wicket of Jason Holder.
Went for the off drive, Jason Holder. Didn't quite get hold of it. Might have been a hint of turn. Took the outside edge and was brilliantly caught at first slip by Theramana. Jason Holder goes for 30. West Indies 171 for 5.
Huge shot for LBW. He's given him across the line. Joshua De Silva. Just a wait to see if he will review it. Just does go for the review.
Keep rolling, keep rolling. Gap between bat and ball. Keep rolling, keep rolling. Keep rolling. Pass the gloves. No bat involved, no bat nor gloves involved. It's pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets missing. Can we go back to the on-field umpire? Greg will ask you to change from out to not out. You're on screen now.
Not out. Hits him on the body. To end the over, another maiden. 171 for 5. Is time for tea. Time for the players to go off the field and get some refreshments. This is final delivery from Dhananjaya De Silva. Pull into the fielder. Still not off the mark. Joshua De Silva. And Craig Brathwaite continues to
Lead this batting effort. Unbeaten on 61. 24 overs, 85 runs. So Sri Lanka will feel the happy of the two teams in that session. Still questioning that decision, that Hawkeye decision, but can't do anything about it now. West Indies still looking to get a good partnership. Craig Brathwaite unbeaten on 61. 49 for Kyle Mears, the next best. 30 from Jason Holder, who was looking quite comfortable out in the middle. Fell just before the break. Bowlers for Sri Lanka, Dhananjaya De Silva picking up that one wicket, that of Jason Holder. 3 for Lakmal, 1 for Vishwa Fernando. 171 for 5, the West Indies.
pulled away. Will get to the boundary. Not for the first time. We've seen this shot from Craig Brathwaite, capitalizing on a loose delivery from Embaldinho.
Transfer weight was pretty quick, nice and balanced. Pick the gap as well, and you get value for shots played on this ground here at Sir Vivian Richards. Shot, came back, found the gap, and the minute you find the gap with any power here, you're going to get value for runs.
Edged and gone. Excellence from Dushmanta Chamira. His persistence pays dividends.
That's the fourth catch for Dikwela. Disappointment for Joshua De Silva. But good bowling from Shamir. Had enough pace, good areas. You could see the seam going down nicely. The question he'll ask was, did he have to play? But good celebration from Shamira. And Joshua De Silva has to go. It's 185 for 6.
Spanked over long on. goes for 6. That's what Alzari Joseph is going to do.
Well, it was cleanly hit. It wasn't a slug, he waited on it. He posed on it as well. Well executed, good timing. 6 for Alzari Joseph and a change of field as well.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That was 76 kilometers per hour, so hung this one in the air, over pitched. Alzari Joseph looks a picked here when he's driving the ball.
Oh, bludgeoned straight down the ground. Always pretty to watch when he's in flight, Alzari Joseph.
Measured shot, had a few deliveries which were flighted. He was quick to defend, but this one made the decision quite early to play the aggressive shot and try to hit across the line of the ball, which was so important in the brilliant execution by Alzari.
Just missed. Alzari Joseph just cleared mid-off. Struck it well, but it just cleared mid-off by a whisker.
Chose the right man. I think it's the shortest of the Sri Lankans. This time, dropped. A little bit earlier in the innings, Alzari pulled one that fell short at fine leg. This time, Lasset Mbuldinia got to it and spilled it.
That should have been taken. That was an easy catch, regulation.
He has his man, Mbuldinia. He dropped Alzari Joseph last over. They've reviewed it.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Yes, pad force. You can roll that. Yes, definitely pad force. Can we go to ball tracking when it's available? Pitching in line, impact in line, wickets hitting. Can we go back to the on-field umpire? Greg, can you stay with your out decision? You're on screen now.
Joseph is stunned, but he has to go. Television umpire has determined that it was pad first.
Alzari Joseph is gone for 29. West Indies 2 for 7.
Off the mark, Rakeem Cornwall.
He's a strong man. And when he does hit them, they stay hit.
Cornwall hits this in front of square. Well controlled. 231 for 7. Another boundary for Rakeem Cornwall.
Got it away fine, Rakeem Cornwall.
Not Rakim. Not with the power he has down the ground. He's greeted Latmal with disdain. Hit powerfully down the ground. That's his strength, Darren.
A little too full on that occasion from Lackmull. Might have wanted to adjust that length a little bit. Just to prevent Rakim Cornwall from freeing his arms, presenting the full face of the bat. But all credit to Cornwall. Cut away behind point. What was key was when he played that shot. It was behind him, and he did so to find the gap, beat the fielder at point to his left.
A lot of power in that shot as well. He came down on it very hard off the middle of the bat, and once you find the gaps here, he's a strong fella, Rakim Cornwall.
Beautifully pushed down the ground. Just checked it. Sweetly timed. And jumps into the 90s now, Craig Brathwaite.
He's had a few of those straight drive, but I think this one will sweet him a lot more. Sheer timing. Beautifully played, nice and balanced, waited on it. Didn't have to swing the bat in anger, just sheer timing. Really good cricket shot from Craig Brathwaite.
Goes for it again. The power of Rakim Cornwall coming to the fore. That one going all the way for 6. Big end to the over. 266 for 7.
Second new ball has been taken straight away. Another fascinating aspect of this first day's play. About 28 minutes left in the day's play, and Suranga Lackmal is operated manfully, and he's turned up a little late today, but he's here. 94 to Craig Brathwaite. Hello to Samuel Badri.
Hello, Ian Bishop. Hello to all who are tuned in.
Nice shot by Cornwall. That should run away for another 4. 278 for 7.
That's overboard.
.98 to Craig Brathwaite. 16th West Indian to reach 4,000 test match runs. Equal with former West Indies captain Carl Hooper, is the slowest in terms of innings to get to the landmark. They go for it. Review.
Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Gap between bat and ball. No bat involved. Can we go to ball tracking when it's available? Pitching outside of, impact in line, wickets, umpire's call. Can we go back to the on-field umpire? Joel, can you stay with your not-out decision? You're on screen now.
But a wonderful fight back by the West Indies. An unbeaten partnership of 65 between Brathwaite and Cornwall. The West Indies captain will sleep on 99. Cornwall played well, 43 to him. From 222 for 7. It's been a wonderful partnership. A good day for Suranga Lakmal with the ball. Another engrossing contest, Samuel Badri, but kudos to Craig Brathwaite in sight of that 100 that will be greeted with some applause across the region if and when he gets there tomorrow.
Neither team letting up. West Indies have clawed their way back into this contest. At one stage, 15 for 2, early trouble. John Campbell and Nkrumah Bonner fell cheaply. Partnership between the captain, Brathwaite, and Kyle Mayers got them a foundation upon which Jason Holder and Alzari Joseph built, and now Rakim Cornwall with the captain, who seems to be an immovable force in this batting lineup, certainly in this, the first innings, has led the way with an unbeaten 99 from 239 deliveries. The bowling for Sri Lanka led once again by Suranga Lakmal, 3 wickets in the first session, 3 for 71. A wicket for every other bowler, Fernando, Embaldinha, Chamira, and Dhananjaya De Silva. West Indies will feel pleased with the efforts of the day. Sri Lanka might have just wanted another wicket or two